Trojans and Fly On with ONT. Ontario International Airport is a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans. Visit SoCalSoEasy.com to book your journey through ONT today. Our Best in the Game is brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USA Athletics, helping the world keep promises. Our Best in the Game is USC women's golf. We're joined by their head coach now, Justin Silverstein. The results so far, first, third, and tied first. Not too bad, especially in a sport where it is very hard to win consistently. Justin, tell us about this year's team. What makes them unique? Why have you been able to get out of the gate so fast?
We're really young, which has been a long time for us. We were pretty veteran ball club last 2 years. We brought in 2 great freshmen this year. We lost 3 seniors last year. Mari Avery turned pro and then had 1 transfer out. So bringing in 2 freshmen, we knew when we recruited them that we were going to need them to play immediately. And they've come in and contributed in a big way. Jasmine Koo from Cerritos just won her 2nd individual title for us yesterday at Stanford. Then she won the Windy City Collegiate before that. And then Kylie Chong, our other freshman from Torrance, has come in and contributed to both our wins and then a really good finish in the Chicago event. So small group this year, which has been nice. It's been a different challenge. We lack in depth, but we make it up in firepower at the top of our lineup, which has been fun.
Coach, first off, I'd like to thank you for the wonderful gift here. Some golf balls here from Coach. You know, I don't know how much I'm going to use them, but thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. I haven't gotten a gift here on Trojans Live before here, so it really hit my heart here, Coach. Yeah, tell us, obviously, you're off to a great start, but tell us about the expectations for this year's team, what you expect to see from them out there.
You know, we're pretty set with our expectations every year. I get asked regularly about goal setting. It doesn't change. Our expectation is to win every tournament we play in. That's why they pay for us to go to tournaments. That we put the team out that we think can do the best there. So we've been pretty steadfast with that. We've had a bunch of success with it, and that kind of sets the standard at the beginning of the year of what we want to do. Obviously, winning a national championship at USC is what the athletic director wants us to do. Mm-hmm. It's what I want, but we take that expectation to every single event. We prepare for every event that way.
Coach, I got a couple of questions for my own golf game coming up, but I'll get those out of the way a little bit later. But I got to ask, you always talk about how far someone can hit it, right? Or you always want to know how good they are with a wedge in their hand. Talk about the mental side a little bit. How difficult is that? And I've always wondered at a tournament in between shots, when you kind of have that quiet moment with yourself, how important is it to stay locked in? How difficult is it when you're getting ready to take your next shot?
What I've learned in my time playing college golf and now coaching it for 16 years now is everybody's different. Some people need to stay locked in for the 4.5, 5 hours completely. And then Jasmine Koo, our freshman this year, she really locks in for the 2 or 3 minutes that she's actually hitting a golf ball.
Wow.
But the other 4 hours and 15 minutes, she's kind of just chilling, doing random things, keeping her mind clear, but she can dial in. Everybody's different. We've got a great mental coach on staff with us, Kevin Sverduk. He's been with us since 2012, and he's been part of our success. And what I like about him is he's really well-rounded with the way he can teach people to do things. He doesn't have a singular way that he teaches our players to work on the mental skill part of golf. So he just tries to fill their toolbox with as many things as possible so they're ready for those different scenarios when they get them, whether it be they're too high and they need to get lower, or there's sometimes golfers are too low and you need to get more intense. And I think you see that with a lot of golfers. They're like, I play better when I'm mad. And it's like, well, it's not that you're mad. It's that when you get angry, you get more focused.
Yeah.
So it's a little different for everybody, but we try to take a more well-rounded approach and just fill their toolbox.
You're listening to USC women's golf head coach Justin Silverstein on Trojans Live. You mentioned Jasmine Koo a couple times. She's an absolute stud freshman, has come in here and been phenomenal right from jump. I'm sure you're not surprised by that. How old was she when the first time you saw her hit a golf ball?
I think she was 12 years old.
So when you watch,
I got a late start. That's what happened.
So when you watch a 12-year-old hit a golf ball, what are you looking at? When you recruit in this sport, what are you looking? Is it her mentality on the golf course? Is it how far she's hitting it for her age? Is it just the swing mechanics? What are you looking at?
We're fortunate as coaches in college golf to have really good ranking systems. There's a couple of them. Jasmine has been ranked really high in all of them since a young age. That's kind of how we found her. And we started following her. We noticed she does have a lot of speed. She hits it really solidly. But being from Southern California, we're able to watch her from when she's 12 to 18 before she gets here. So we know a lot about her before she steps foot on campus. So we watch the way she reacts to good shots, good rounds, bad rounds. And almost as importantly, we see how her parents react to good rounds, bad rounds, because that's a big piece of the system here. With these athletes' progress. So we watch everything, but speed has become a huge component of golf and college golf in particular. If you watch our men's teams and our women's teams, they're hitting it so much further than they were 10 years ago. So that's probably the main thing we look at that young age, just pure athletic ability. Then we see how they progress kind of the next 4 or 5 years before we're making those offers.
Coach, when you watch golf on TV, and I watch it, and I'm thinking it's an individual sport, and you want to develop these young women as they come in and help them individually, but ultimately you have team goals as well. How do you balance your time as in between team and individual spending with each player?
It's so unique in golf because it's an individual sport in a team setting, and that's one of our biggest challenges when our players get here. But we utilize, again, our performance coach, Kevin Sverduke, and our staff here, Robbie Rhodes, is an integral part of our team. We meet with their team every third week as a group, go over our communication, team goals, stuff like that. So we've really integrated that aggressively the last 3 years, and it's really helped us in the long run. We have a lot of internal leadership now for the first time maybe ever, and I've been here since 2012.
Yep.
We're actually having player run practices now, which was not a thing before. It's so great. We actually have someone on the roster now who is an extension of the coaching staff for the first time ever.
So you have a drone flying around just watching everybody all the time? Or are you like on the thing? How's that work, man?
I don't need it. Our practices are pretty intense when we have our care hour, 20-hour practices. Yeah. But I know when they're out there on their own, they're working hard. These kids care a lot about their individual rankings. They all want to play professional golf. And when we have a roster complete of players like that, we don't need to push quite as hard from the coaching side, which is a dream for us.
Driven.
All right, Coach, money question time for me. So, and I'm sure a lot of golfers out there listening at home. Driver's been solid. Irons have been solid. Short game has struggled a little bit. My question for you is taking that next step. Everyone wants to get to that scratch level from about 50 or 30 yards and in. What are some drills or what are the best things that you can do to really help that part of your game, and then also a little bit of putting as well?
Good question. You got to randomize your practice.
Okay.
Got to gamify it and you got to randomize it. Do not sit and hit the same shot over and over, especially as you get closer to the green. Block practice, which would be doing the same thing over and over, is a little more effective the further you get away from the hole. But if you get closer to the hole, you got to randomize it because muscle memory in golf, there's a lot of arguments to say it doesn't exist. I know there's differing ideas on that, but you got to randomize it. And I would tell you that people are too overly mechanical the closer they get to the green. Be athletic, especially someone like you. I've watched you, pretty good athlete.
I appreciate it.
Be athletic the closer you get. I think when people get closer to the hole, they turn more into robots. Don't do that.
And watch too many YouTube videos. I try to watch all these. I know. I struggle with it, but I try to do all that.
That's just good life advice for everybody.
Yeah, no kidding.
No,
I'll make sure I give you a call next week when I'm at Oak Creek.
And I know that was a personal question. I would tell you to walk 100 feet down the hall and come into the offices and let's get to work.
Let's do it.
Let's get to work. And you have a golf tournament coming up. I already volunteered Cody for that. Tell everyone about your golf tournament. You have to promote it, I was told.
November 18th, our fundraising event at Rolling Hills Country Club, the Trojan Golf Classic. It's a huge event for our golf programs. We raise a lot of money, which enables us to do a lot of unique things for our student athletes. It's a big part of college golf as a whole, but we've really been aggressive in pushing this tournament. We raise a lot of money, and it's helped us become a better golf program. So if you want to be there, there's a few spots open. Contact Paul Perrier. He'll get you all the info you need. Cody, we got a spot for you. Let's go.
I'm in.
Cody,
I know Sue will go too.
Sean will be at the 19th hole bar.
Hey, we got a reception after with their name all over it. Let's go.
Entertaining the fans. All right, Justin Silverstein, your USC women's golf head coach. East Lake Cup coming up. That's your biggest fall event, right?
It's kind of the premier event of the fall because it's on Golf Channel, so it'll be fun to be able to get kids on camera and get after it.
That's coming up in Atlanta, so good luck in that. And then, the season continues into the spring as they'll pursue another national championship. Thank you, Justin. Don't wait until game time to plan for retirement. Open your free iTrust Capital account today and get your crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Back with more Trojans Live next.